So let us continue with this idea of the breath. Oh, I'm going to try to get this headphone thing out. So remember, when we're doing the breath, I've already had my other video. This is where I want you to feel your ribs. And I want you to keep your hands really stiff. We're just pressing right at the lowest ribs, right here. It's basically at your waist. I'm not holding this area. I'm hooking my thumb behind my rib cage. Remember, the rib cage is not this way. It's not this way. It's this way, right? So I'm placing my thumb practically at the mid part of my back, and my hands are straight across. And I'm using this part of my hand to press against here. Now, if you just take a little breath, there's an opening. That's what I'm talking about. Again, amazing to me how difficult what I just showed you is to a majority of students. I don't care what age. Very few seem to know this sort of feeling. Why? Because you're not breathing this way on a regular basis during your daily walks or anything. And I see how people talk, and I see how people walk. We've lost a lot of grace. We've lost a lot of flow. If you look at photos of even 40 years ago, 30 years ago, people's body posture, their flow, their gestures are so much more beautiful, especially if you go back, obviously, into the 50 years ago, all right? Before people were, already in strange postures from looking at television screens, and then, of course, all the momentum with all those backpacks on our children, and then all the stiff shoes that we wear, and all the driving we do. So a lot of these things have impacted the natural grace and flow of air, our posture, our balance. And so this is a big topic. Now let's look at the breath. And I like to talk about the pedal point right below the breath, which is right at the lower belly, right below the belly button, which if you have your pants on, it would be right there. So here's my waist. I'm high-waisted, just about an inch below. Now sit forward in your chair. Sit forward like this. Not like this. Swing your entire body if you're sitting, swing a little forward, okay? If you want, stand up and put one leg up and go like that. And go, and you'll feel yes, you might see something here bouncing, but I'm not talking about this area. I'm talking about this area. This area here, this whole area from my belly button up, has to be allowed free to expand. That is the diaphragmatic region. I'm not talking about the diaphragm muscle itself. The diaphragmatic region. Anyway, for all of us in the bel canto and in musical theater, I'm sure you've had this training and you know what I'm talking about. So let's look at some of the problems with our instrument for the opera. As you know, we have to train how to keep the jaw hinge and the chin stable, right? So with time, if our breathing system has become imperfect, and the tongue starts to get rigid, we're going to get jaw, chin issues, right? And that's why I talk a lot about facial muscles staying up without tension. And so let's just do smiling and relaxing at the same time. Smiling at the same time, relaxing. That means the nostrils are going to be pulling down. And let out a sigh, hummy sound. You should instantly, those of you who have been singing a while, instantly feel everything worked. The appoggio, the lower support, the diaphragmatic region, everything expands and hooks up into this situation, okay? Maybe some of you already doing this. That's great. Wee! Then I like to go into a wee because then I'm using the lips for forming vowels. W, 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 and I'm keeping the smile. And I'm also doing this, right? Wee, wee. So strengthening this. So we're keeping this together, not this, which I see a lot of. So if you're doing what I call jawing, not good. Of course, all of you who are really, really good in doing your bel canto, I'm sure you're all doing that well. All right, so that's another little thing about the jaw and the breath. And that's my little tip. Once I'm actually in front of you and we're working together, I'm making my lessons tailor-made for you, for what you need, what's specific to you. And that's why I sort of hesitate to make these cookie cutter sort of online, you know, one size fits all exercises. A lot of people are very good at that, and that's wonderful. And I really don't enjoy doing that so much. And I already have my CD, right? You can already get my voice warm-ups in 9 minutes or less, which are some of these very basic things, which I wish people would actually do. You know, actually find out, how is my breath actually functioning? Not just forcefully doing all kinds of, you know, very aggressive breath movements, which don't do much. So I already have that up. So I am still in the old-fashioned category of wanting to work with small groups and individual, because in this sort of very fine, detailed work that we're doing as singers, you're kidding yourself thinking you're going to learn how to sing from an online pre-packaged cookie cutter course. I'm not knocking it, but it's not going to solve the issue. It can be in addition to. All these things are great in addition to. But any kind of sport training, which is what singing is, requires a sport coach and individualized, supervised practice routines. And to that end, I would like to start doing at least 3 times a week, you know, in-person warm-up routines, and where we're working per class, per small groups. So again, if you like these ideas, message me, and have a wonderful day. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.